Sienna God, hello all. Oshtis and Ali, good morning, Awado. Thank you for watching. This is day 37 of reading Lone Wolf Alpha Squad Copy Over by James Rank. I did that all without looking at anything. And these are his experiences. Chapter 16, 54631. The following information came from a series of hypnotic regressions I did with Alex Diaz, another MyLab survivor. He recalls shapeshifting into a reptilian and being plugged into clone avatars in various MyLab missions. Tiana also tells me he worked on Alex. When he first contacted me, the first thing he asked was, "Is it safe to be talking to you?" I told him, "You probably should be more worried about what the government can do to you, not me." He then said he thinks he is a super soldier, that he was living with his family due to severe anxiety and schizophrenia. He was also involved in gang activity in Los Angeles and spent a few years in juvie. The guy is a loose cannon. Now, you can imagine that over the years, I have had many schizophrenic people contacting me claiming that they were being mind controlled and implanted by the government. They would insist their thoughts were evil. For writing Alex off as a psycho, I asked another MyLab what he thought. My friend immediately recognized Alex and began to channel information clairvoyantly. In quotes, Alex Diaz, "You are called Bloodstreak because you are kind of clumsy." Okay. "And like to use blunt force weapons so that you leave behind enemies' blood, which left a trail of blood leading right to you. You have multi-tone programming, which is a good thing. It's an upgrade. The single tone only runs off one frequency at a time. The multi-tone can run off of an infinite amount, cutting lag time, so you can react more quickly without much rest. It also means you have more stamina. You usually do solo missions. He is part of a team, but I can't figure out which one. We have bumped paths before. What he needs to do is accept what's happening and look to himself for answers. He needs to know that not all people are out to get him, that he should calm his mind. I feel like he might overreact a lot. That's what I get from him. You are also very strong. You like to rip trees out of the ground and use them like a bat." Could you imagine? "But these abilities are in his avatars, not his own physical body." With this information in hand, I asked Alex if he would agree to let me hypnotically regress him. And that was end quote, by the way. In this first regression, and also when he says, like, I told him, well, then clearly it's quotes that follow that, right? So if I miss it, like, don't hold that to me. Let's see. In this first regression, Alex recalls seeing both of us in trip chairs in an underground facility. He also recalls interactions with a reptilian being that provided insight on what might happen in December 2012. In quotes, "We begin with a dark room which lights up into a warehouse setting. It's somewhat new looking, but the place is dirty. On a wall is a map of Arizona. This appears to be some secret underground base in Arizona, possibly known as Alpha 69, Section 8. There is a table with lots of trip chairs nearby. They are experimenting on people. There are open boxes, but he does not know what's inside them. Alex is now in the trip chair. He is getting poked in the spine and shocked with electricity. General Patterson, Wesley Kingsfield, is nearby, staring at Alex. He is 5'4" and carries some kind of wooden plastic piece on his leg due to some old war injury, which causes him to walk with a limp. He's chubby in the waist. Alex also spots his handler. His name is Andrew Lonuz, Lonuz. They are possibly brothers. Aaron was a Navy SEAL, but now works in the Air Force. They are forcing Alex and myself to view some kind of sexual virtual reality training program in the trip chair involving a Roman orgy party. This memory has come up before in other sessions. God, why is it always got to be like sexual mutilation, some sort of like, you know what I mean? There has to be a way to do something without traumatizing people. Like, come on. Anyway, I mean, they shouldn't be doing all this stuff anyways. But you get what I'm saying. It appears this isn't standard training protocol, but more like a side experiment that was designed as a way to get a sexual high. Alex doesn't appear to be for or against this activity. He is in a robotic trance and just following along with the programming. The program itself was designed by the government. While in this state, they extract Alex's hormones, which are used by Mr. Lonuz, L-O-N-U-Z, as an aphrodisiac to attract women for sex. The programming also helps them find a way into your soul. It makes you feel guilty so that you can't fight the programming. Makes me wonder about like how they do like the love potions, you know, that movie Love Potion #9, and then they also sell those things to this day that have pheromones in it. Where are they getting the pheromones from? How did they extract whatever to then test it to then make synthetic ones or whatever it is, you know? And then people are just like, ooh, let me spray me with some of that because I want to attract a man or whatever, right? I don't know if they make them for men, but I know that they make them for women. Anyway, there are greys and reptilians nearby. Most of the reptilians here are negative and carnivorous. Alex makes sure to stay away from them. Wait, hang on. Oh, yeah. I was in the right spot. Just making sure. Alex feels as if he is a reptilian hybrid. I instruct Alex to find a reptilian there who is benevolent, one who would help us. He finds one. His name is DienandShenga. That's all together, one word. DienandShenga. And he initiates a telepathic link. He says, "We are watching over you. You might not know me, but I remember you." The reptilian tells Alex that in 2012, they will show themselves. They are going to attempt to take control of the United States by taking over the government. They are going to try to stop all the conspiracies, cover-ups, and all the games the government has been playing. Negative reptilians will also come out and kill a lot of people. Possibly as much as about 62% of humanity dies. They will eat people who have bad auras. But if you are of the white light, they won't view you as a threat. The only star nations won't really try to stop it. They don't want to risk exposing themselves to an already shocked public. But this won't occur until after the Black Days, when the power goes out after December 21st, 2012. UV rays will destroy the entire electrical grid, and at the same time, government powers up their HAARP, HAARP, weapon for depopulation. They want to bring more destruction, tornadoes, earthquakes, and to make people's minds go crazy. The internet will be shut down. Well, I can tell you they're already bringing the tornadoes and the earthquakes. I mean, they're manipulating the weather, something fierce. And I don't know if they're going to make it any worse or not. But thank Creator, that timeline right there was interrupted. So it never occurred to that degree. But anyway. We super soldiers need to find a central location where we can meet, work together, and use our instincts to survive. Once the reptilians take over, all super soldiers and my labs will be set free. At that point, we will have super strength, super speed, and we'll be able to levitate. We need to tap into the force in each one of us to help each other and use our gifts to fix the planet. Military thinks they will use super soldiers to protect them, but their programming fails due to photon energies. Soon their underground fortresses will become their tombs. Those who are not super soldiers can help the planet by getting rid of nuclear weapons and nuclear energy. The man with the long name, DienandShenga, then said, "Hi, James Rink. We know about the work you do on the internet." At this point, Alex speaks a strange language I don't understand. Alex says it's the native reptilian language of Zion. Pawaki Tishkasa Kash Totlut Sim Pu Ali Kawaba Sir Siskan Motek Tot. And so it's PA space WA space KI space TISH space KA space SA. And then there's ... cash CASH space TOTLT space SEM space PU excuse me space A space LI ... CAWA space BA space SER space A ... SIS space CON space MO space TECH space TOLT. And it says, in English, it translates to, "James Rink, you are a great one. Thank you for everything you are doing. Without you, we wouldn't think of humans as we do." Since this was the first regression I did with Alex, I was pretty amazed at the quality of the content. His ability to get the information clairvoyantly seems to have been misdiagnosed as schizophrenia. And that makes me wonder how many people out there are misdiagnosed because they're actually tapping into all of the abilities that we have, literally, but we just have been made to forget that we have those. And the people who remember, they're like, yeah, they're just crazy. Like, Anyway, as far as the reptilian invasion is concerned, I believe this is supposed to be a joint NATO-American false flag operation intended to install the New World Order. I have no idea how this will all pan out, but I believe the cabal is going to be double-crossed by the reptilians if they decide to go along with their schemes. I also believe the reptilians will be exterminated if they attempt to take complete control. In this next regression, Alex recalls seeing both of us inside Terminator I avatars. In quotes. Alex is in a facility. There is a computer in front of him with orange and yellow lights. It seems to have been built sometime around 1995. He types on the computer screen Terminator I, which is found in our cloned avatars. It's a motion heat-seeking device. Motion heat-seeking device. One eye like a Terminator for detecting and the other normal. But data is coming in telepathically in German and he can't understand it. Alex downloads the English translator and begins to read. Alex Diaz, SS Alpha 61, Delta Force creation. Purpose is to kill super soldiers and interfere with what is going on around the globe. With James Rink and other friends, we can be set free. In 2012, the Darkened Brotherhood is going to experiment on us. They want to expose the population to chemicals and drinking water to start. Families will be broken up. Don't you know? You should not be drinking the tap water, I'm just saying. Anyway, Alex now probes the computer. I feel like that's a given. But, I grew up with drinking water out of a hose. So, I don't think we can do that now. I wouldn't do it. The water stinks. It's just not natural, you know? All that junk in there, and they put fluoride in there. Alex now probes the computer on how to access golden form mode. He sees a blank screen and then the word code. He types in my MyLab dog tag number 54363 in the blank field, and on the screen he reads, in quotes, James Rink, alter mode activated in extreme pain, extreme emotions, and extreme mental breakdowns. Don't need to be tortured, just need to go through something that will hurt you emotionally. By tapping into this feeling, you can trigger yourself on your own. It's all about working with one's own chi energy. Once you get to this point, you get a phone call with a random number and a code, and then you are fully activated, end quote. Now he types his MyLab dog tag number 54631 onto the screen. On the readout display, he sees, in quotes, aka blood streak alters, snapper, 77777, lucky jackpot, multi-tone programming, alternator mode, advanced strike mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and tones with your inner self. Activation code Delta Force 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7X. Note, this code was blocked out for Alex's own safety. It can activate any Delta Force striker throughout the world. Delta Force are killers, the ones who get the job done. Tango's eliminated. Their deactivation code is 653100. And you don't think that they're doing that to civilians, right? They're activating stuff, and then you've got this whole string of trans shooters, LGBTQ plus shooters, right? You get it goes right along what's being funneled into the media. If you notice, right? It's like, okay, so let's talk about these people. Oh, now they're all shooting up everything or whatever. They're all going rogue, right? Going postal. He sees our avatars. One appears to have a clubbed hand with 3 fingers and switches in the arm. Alex isn't the only MyLab who recalls seeing these Terminator-eyed avatars. When I heard this, something started to make sense. For the past 5 years, I've always felt like there was something stuck on my left eye, and if I focus my left eye a certain way, I see what looks like a tiny black speck. Even though I am not in my cloned avatar, perhaps there is some carryover phantom effect, similar to how amputees still feel their arms even after they have been amputated. The number 54631 seems to be Alex's dog tag ID. It says dog tog ID, but you know, it's supposed to be tag. Incidentally, mine is 54363. If Alex was making this up, he would have to have intimate details about MyLab operations, which seem to add validity to what he is saying. In this next regression, Alex recalls one of my possible past lives. In quotes, Agent Sabretooth. Your spiritual self-name originated from a past life in the Ice Age. You destroyed a giant tiger by striking its throat with a spear. That's how you gain powers. When you kill something 5 to 6 times bigger, you gain more experience, end quote. In a potential future time, in quotes, I see destruction as I go down the street, explosions, fire, bodies, and no survivors. Buildings are in rubble like the Trade Center towers in New York City. I see the Statue of Liberty. We are flying in an advanced helicopter. There's a scarf around your neck of a saber-toothed tiger you had supposedly destroyed. You are wearing a hood over your head which contains a transparent glass-like helmet that allows you to see the brain underneath. What? Our mission was to destroy all tangos in sight, terrorists, or in parentheses, and to look for survivors. Other super soldiers survived the war because everyone else was underground, all the elite and the rich. We are moving side by side and have robot feet. There are wires in my arms. There is a Tommy gun wrapped around my arm. Victor sends us out here, end quote. There is another positive timeline, end quotes. We can escape this nightmare, but we needed time travel, to travel in time. There is a reptilian that can help us travel into the future. The water is clear and clean beaches, lots of eye candy. We are drinking and toasting, but we can't tell anyone who we are or what year we were born. If they find out we are from the 20th century, they will be terrified of us because how narcissistic people have become in this timeline, end quote. The following is another hypnotic regression in which Alex recalls two separate distinct memories of various MyLab operations. One is where he is given a new identity. The other was an extermination mission on Mars, end quotes. Alex steps through a doorway and sees a big bluish portal in front of him. He steps through and ends up on a spaceship in outer space. He looks outside the porthole windows, and below is an ocean on planet Earth surrounded by the stars. There is a military general in front of Alex. He is smoking a cigar. He says, "Sit down. You need to speak. What's going on? Tell me." And that's end quote. Alex exposed something that was going on in a base where Greys and humans were working together. He was a legend and worked with the Greys. Alex seems to be reliving a past life memory. He is now Air Force, and it says Magulant, Magulant, and then in parentheses it says the short for Major General, so MAG space GEN question mark. Corey Bloom Hackelford, HAKELFORD. Alex says, end quote, no comment. And then end quote. The general is angry now. Alex is now being strapped into what looks like an electric death chair. It's bolted to the floor. They stick a needle in his spine, which pumps an IV drug cocktail, possibly Exodine, EXODINE. The drug keeps you conscious while you feel pain. Oof. There is a drilling noise, terrible pain, hands clenched, embracing himself. His memories are being erased. He is being tortured. His soul leaves his body, which soon dies, and he is inserted into a clone baby of himself inside an incubator. And here's that depiction. Let's zoom in a little bit. Oopsies. There we go. That's dirt on my nails. I gotta clean it. I'm digging in the dirt today, messing around, helping my hubster out. This may have been how he was born. It's 1990. He is an infant now and inserted into his current surrogate mother. He's now in a hospital and is a newborn infant. Doctor pokes his brain with a needle, and even to this day, there is a bump on the top of his head. Ugh. Mother asks why. Doctor responds he needs to survive. She nods. She has no idea Alex was implanted into her. Alex steps through another doorway. This time he's in an office. He sees a blonde woman wearing a red dress suit. She is smoking a cigarette and blows smoke at Alex. She says, "Come with me." He follows her into a room with other doctors. It's very bright here, and there are all kinds of amazing technologies. He sees chairs with blinking lights. He is given a vaccination of the drug ANMIMABOUS and Mimabus in the neck near the spine. It makes him feel very relaxed, confident, and ready for combat. Now they are putting all sorts of crazy technology on him. Like a Terminator eye, he is wearing something that looks like a suit. He is 6'5". Muscles are bigger, and he's given a SK-56, which contains 57 bullets. It looks like an M16, a very fancy new one. It has a scope, can cock back, has 2 triggers. Top one is for bullets, lower is for grenades. And we'll leave it there. Done to go ahead and get you in a good chance. Meet again. Love you, mean it.